lots of looks in this thing, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
What is going on, RestoMods Nation? We are back at Garage Collective with another RestoMods feature. Today we got an insane custom truck built by the guys over at Sharpe Automotive out of Santee, California. This is Vic. This is his incredible GMC truck. Vic, tell me kind of the story about where this truck began when you got a hold of it.
About 30 years ago, lived out in Chino, California, and we found it sitting on the side of the road. It was patinaed back then. It was old, had big hay baler on the back. Bottom line is we bought it, and I've had it for about 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and just before the pandemic, decided to, really strip it down to bare bones and take it to the next level. So, started off with taking every panel apart and going out, just replaced the chassis, and started building it in my garage, and got to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore, I got a lot of it done, but after that it needed somebody. So I started looking around and found Sharpe, and met James, and we took it to the next level. Yeah.
Awesome. We're gonna bring James in just a moment, but when you first got this truck 30 years ago, did you kind of have dreams of what it could be?
Oh yeah, this is the second restoration on it. Mm-hmm. The first one was superficial. Everything you could see was, re-chromed, repainted, a lot of Bondo, just kind of fit my budget at the time.
Yeah.
And then actually sold it to a family member. He kept it in the family for a few years, and then I wanted it back, so I bought it back from him, and almost immediately just stripped it down, started doing stuff.
Now, your family member that you sold it to, did he do anything to the truck? Any changes to it? Or
not a bit.
Okay.
Not a bit.
Good. That's good.
He put it in weddings and stuff, and used it for a lot of photography and stuff like that, but he didn't do any changes to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so started working on it in the garage, and basically ordered a chassis from Chop and Block, and that came with, basically everything you needed to get a roller out of it. I went out and bought the LS that I wanted to put in it, had that in the other garage. We actually built a garage for it. So, we got it to the point where, I could build a chassis, I could do brakes, I could do, the rack and pinion, and I had some old rollers. I had ordered the Detroit steel wheels for it, and had it all assembled, and then started thinking about paint schemes and things like that. Wanted something a little bit different. The body I completely took apart and took it out to a gentleman out in Santee who sandblasted the whole thing for me. I wanted to know. I didn't want any Bondo on this thing, and I had a lot of it on it before. And we discovered that aside from one fender, everything was fixable.
Nice.
So, the truck is, I'd say, 95% original,
Sweet.
And but we got it to the point where I just, I didn't know a whole lot about LS3s and, what I could do there. And I didn't have the tools necessary to do that. Mm-hmm. So, once we got it to that point, made a few phone calls, had a lot of interviews with people. You got to understand who you're working with and what their longevity is and how many builds they've done. Mm-hmm. And we felt, comfortable. When I say we, it's my wife, Mariana, and I, because it was quite the investment,
Of course.
And we knew what we wanted at the end of the day. So, after meeting with them, they came out, they picked it up on the trailer, signed a little paperwork, and we were off to the races. So
awesome.
And after that point, I think it took about 2 years, 2 and a few months, working with a company doing the body work was a company called Resto Lab, and doing all of the mechanical stuff was Sharpe Automotive. So we were able to work together with them, and it was a pretty smooth transition. You know, the paint, it wasn't going to be this Shoreline blue that we ended up with. It was actually going to, I had tossed around a few different colors and maybe got a little bit ahead of myself with the powder coating the chassis and the wheels and stuff, and I had a whole other idea for the exterior color to kind of match with those wheels. And when we sprayed it out and we looked at samples and put them together, I hated it. I did not like it at all. It was going to be like an army green. It was going to be matte, and I just had this whole thing in my head where I thought that would look great, and it looked not great. So I saw this color, and I thought, you know, I'm going to give it a shot, and if it doesn't work out, then we'll take it all apart and spray out, you know, the chassis a different color and make it match. And so far, you know, I get a lot of compliments on it. I think it's unique. You know, the tough thing about C10s now is it's hard to come up with stuff that other people haven't done, you know, and trying to make it unique, trying to make it, you know, stand on its own is challenging, at least. But I think we did a good job with the color combination, and you know, checking with people, seeing if they thought what I thought, and you know, you never know if they're just saying, yeah, it looks great, Vic, or you know.
Well, let's go ahead and bring in James of Sharpe Automotive. He and his team pretty much got this truck to how it's looking now. So let's get James in here. All right, guys, I'm here with James from Sharpe Automotive. He is the shop manager and design consultant. Now, James, tell me about, kind of, before we get into the truck, tell me about the shop and what you guys do, how long you guys have kind of been around doing builds like this, and even some of your own personal experience with building cars.
Okay, my personal experience is I've been building or having a hand in stuff like this for about 27 years now. The shop that we are currently at is, we're in Santee, and we've been around for almost 6 years in February, my apologies. We actually started building these out of that facility about 3 years ago. Originally, the company had opened up as a daily repair shop, and it started with just the owner, and his name is Dean Sharpe. And roughly a year after he worked there by himself with just a 2-bay stall, he hired me on as one of his mechanics a year later. And within, I'm gonna say maybe 2 years after that, we opened up the custom side of the facility.
Nice.
And we've expanded from, just in the short time of 6 years, or 5 with me being there, from 2 of us, we now have 11 employees, and our facility at least quadrupled.
Wow, so incredible. So now let's get into the truck. Now, when Vic reached out to you guys about taking this truck to the absolute maximum, what was kind of the process of kind of getting this build kind of on paper and then kind of taking it through the whole process of getting it to this point?
Essentially, you know, I actually met Vic over at Resto Lab. I went down to the body shop to look at another vehicle that was being worked on there. Ran into him and Oscar, the owner of Polishing Pros, which is actually the ones who sandblasted the car and did all the powder coating. Asked him, you know, what car does he have? Which one was there? And he's like, oh, it's not here, you know, but this is what I'm looking to build. So he didn't have really anybody that was lined up to take on the build for him. So he asked me for a business card. Thankfully, my shop is a block away from where he was. And I told him, I'll be right back, I'll get you a business card. I didn't bring any with me. So I came back and I handed it over to him, and a few days later, he gave me a call. We ran up to his house to look at what he had going on, which was a assembled chassis and some wheels on it. And this was all just body panels hanging in his garage. At that point, we put together an estimate on an entire build. You know, what kind of options he has. Did he want a stereo system? You know, what kind of extra things, you know, hard lines and electric windows, you know, the whole thing, all the questions, a million questions. And from there, we put together an estimate, and he chose to go with us as opposed to other shops that he had looked at, and here it is.
So you guys, you've heard the story on this truck. Let's get into the technical stuff. Now, James, just take me from front to back, kind of all the cool tricked out stuff that's on the C10.
All right, well, let's go ahead and let's open the hood up.
Okay.
So inside here we have LS3 with a custom exhaust system that's all stainless steel, hand built by our guy Eric Anderson at our shop.
Nice.
We built the fender wheels, all the AC lines and all the hard lines for the coolant. We do HP tuning in-house, and we're looking anywhere from, we haven't dynoed it, but if you're gonna go off of estimated numbers and everything, we're sitting real close to about 500 horsepower at the crank.
Very nice.
Originally, these tubs were round tubs, and so we had to modify them in order to fit the steering column, the steering shaft that comes through, and the brake booster. So ultimately, we ended up just redesigning what was there, made them flat, try to be a little bit different. Like Vic was stating earlier, you know, it's kind of hard to do a C10 that's a little bit different than somebody else because they're so popular right now.
Yeah.
So we decided to make them look like that. My thought was after every car show, when you got a trophy, you can just set it right there and show it off.
That's actually really cool. I like it.
And he's got plenty of them already too, trust me.
And kind of just take me through kind of the rest of the truck here. What else did you guys do over at Sharpe on some of the other components of the truck?
Exterior wise, everything is pretty much original. Like what's cool, like what I like about these is that he has the engraving initials of his and his wife's name.
Oh, cool.
So this side is his initials, the other side is his wife's initials. The interior was done by AP Auto Upholstery in Miramar. We did do the carpet on the inside. Mm-hmm. And then we fabricated the dash for a Pioneer screen and his air ride controller. And we obviously we did all the wiring in the truck. So we mounted all the gauges and made everything work with the ECU, and all his AC controls are on the bottom lower part of the panel that we built as well. Nice. So there is a complete stereo system. So there's kick panels in here with a 3-way speaker setup, a couple subs behind the seat, and some amplifiers. So in the bed, you can see more of the chop and block chassis. And the idea is eventually, possibly at some point, we're gonna build an actual bed for it to cover everything, but still in some way or another, we're gonna make it open so that you can see the inside. Again, trying to stay away from what everyone else has been doing, where they just have the motorized beds, or they use air to bring up the bed this way so you can see inside.
Yeah.
But we're not sure exactly how we're gonna do that yet. So for now, we have these aluminum panels that are in the bed to cover all the open gaps. But then you're able to showcase everything that's back here, all the hard lines for the air, the brakes. You can see hard lines coming in here to the airbag there itself. You can see the work from the stainless steel exhaust pipe coming out through the back. All the fuel lines and electrical run through hard lines that we made at the shop.
Wow.
So it's definitely something to look at in the back. One other thing that's cool about this truck is we actually made the rear window electric. So, but yet it still looks original. You wouldn't know unless the window was down that it was electric.
Yeah, that's really cool. It kind of reminds me of like Toyota 4Runners, how you can roll the back window down. I really like that because I've never seen a classic truck with something like that before. That's really unique.
Yeah, they're out there, but I think ours is the best so far.
Nice, nice. Yeah, he rolled it down earlier and it didn't even like make any noise. It was super quiet.
Right.
I really like that.
All the electrical in the truck and fuel lines actually run through the chassis all the way to the front. So there isn't anything exposed along the frame rail.
Nice.
And then there's bulkheads front and rear. Like you could see like the electrical back here, it actually comes in, well, this is the fuel, but it goes into the chassis, and then we have rubber lines that run all the way up to the front and then come out of a bulkhead in the front. And the same thing with the electrical in the back. All the tail lights, this is the fuel pump in the sending unit. Everything comes into the bulkhead and then goes up the chassis all the way to the front and then comes out into the truck.
Wow.
So you don't see, none of that is exposed on the outside.
Nice. Well, James, thank you for taking me through all of the details on this truck. What would you say to somebody who's just getting into their own build and say they want to do something like this, where they want to take their truck to the next level, and they came to you? take me through like kind of what you would tell them.
Buckle up and get ready for the ride. It's a lot of fun. It's a great experience. I mean, at first Vic was just a client, and now we're really good friends. So I mean, that's what I enjoy a lot too. You know, not just seeing the end product, but you know, we build relationships. So nice. Yeah, it's a great experience for sure.
Well, big thanks to Vic and James for bringing out this C10 built by Sharpe Automotive. Incredible, incredible truck. I mean, it's so cool. I'm gonna see if I can go for a ride in this truck because it sounds great, probably rides great. Let's do it.
Get lots of looks in this thing, don't you?
Oh yeah, especially in this little area. Yesterday this place was crawling with custom cars all over the place.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there must have been something maybe going on in Coronado.
Oh yeah.
So it was pretty awesome.
Thank you, RestoMods Nation, for tuning into this feature. If you want to get into a classic car or truck of your own, head over to RestoMods.com, get those entries, and you could win a custom car or truck, and you could be cruising with guys like Vic out at the next show or cruise. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, comment what you think of this truck, and keep cruising.